Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Holiday Special. Kind of.
Do it live.
We're doing it live, kind of, right now.
We're
a little
basically
bit.
live.
Somewhat. We are somewhat doing... Yeah, welcome, everybody. We're going to do a holiday special tonight on our Patreon. It's also available to people on Subscribestar and channel members. If you click the join button, you can also... The link is up for the 2 private show level on there. So you can, there's 3 ways to sign up: Patreon, Subscribestar, or click the join link and then just sign up for the private show, the 2 private shows per month option on there, and you will get the link to the private show tonight. It is going to be quite interesting, to say the least.
I've also heard people in heaven get the private show for free. Thought that was impressive.
The people in heaven?
Yeah. Yeah, they get a free feed to the DP private show from what I've heard. I don't know anybody on the inside. It's all word of mouth. We're sort of live, and if you guys in the chat would like to figure out like what the best way to address you for tonight's holiday party is, like, do we say Merry Christmas? Do we say Happy Hanukkah? Which one do we go with? Do we go season's greetings? Happy holidays?
I literally don't do it. I don't do it at all. Like,
Really?
I'm not like a big Christmassy kind of person, so I just don't do it. I also usually, working in a call center, I learned not to do that because not everyone celebrates Christmas. Some people are other religions and don't celebrate Christmas. Some people don't have any religious views. So I wouldn't do that. I would also try to not use gendered language too at work.
Yeah, I'm really good at that.
Yeah, so I just learned how to do that over time.
I barely ever misgender anybody because most of my life I don't really look at people as human beings, right? So I don't care whether they're a gender or not.
There's a lot of languages out there that aren't gendered like English is, where there's no he or she. Like I had a friend from Estonia years ago, and she would always mix up he and she while speaking English because they didn't have a he or she. It was the one word for everybody.
Progressive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not progressive. It's just a different language. Yeah.
And then you have the Latinx people who are like, they won't even say estoy viendo or whatever the words are.
There are some words that are like, there's even more gender-specific wording in Spanish and in like Russian and Serbian and like a lot of Slavic languages. It's more gendered of a language than English, but then there's some that are even less. It's weird.
It's so confusing.
Everybody liked the stream.
I wish everybody spoke one language. Like, we all talked in emojis. Let's take it back to the hieroglyphic age. Everybody just speaks in emojis.
That wasn't everybody.
Hieroglyphics were
in Egypt.
Yeah.
That wasn't everybody. Egypt wasn't the only place on Earth. There were other people writing.
In that time period, who else was really making a wave?
Greeks.
Okay, that's fair.
Romans, eventually.
Eventually.
China was around, and there was, like, writing there.
Their writing is kind of like hieroglyphics.
No, it's not. It's not. Hieroglyphics is literally just picture writing. And Chinese writing is not. It's like tonal writing. And then Japanese writing is syllabic. Like each Japanese character is a syllable. Yeah. So.
I thought all the Chinese words were just like different types of houses. They all look like houses to me.
Huh. What kind of houses do you see?
Just like, I thought that's how they spoke. They're like, this is like a bank. And I was like, oh, that's what the bank means. The word for bank looks like a bank to me. The Chinese word for bank. I have no idea what it is. I wonder if it does look like a bank.
No.
That'd be pretty spot on if it did. People in the chat think they can misgender me. Good luck trying. Which one am I?
Yeah, so we got a lot of holiday themed stuff lined up. So
yeah, it's gonna be.
But we're saving it for the
it's gonna
actual
be a
show.
super holiday party.
I'll put the Patreon link in the description if people want to sign up. There's another private show coming up a week from today. Actual Mania Cringecade. You saw the intro for it while we were starting earlier.
Hawkeye says the Chinese word for Billy is Wayao much raucous.
They're trying to trick you into saying something.
Oh wow, much racist. Yeah, that's a clever joke, Hawkeye. The layout is like a NASCAR. We're a NASCAR podcast now. We're gonna have all types.
What is it like NASCAR? I don't understand.
Because it gotta go fast. Maybe all the logos make it look like we're a NASCAR sponsorship.
There used to be logos below us. They were just static logos that didn't change. They were just the DP logo, unless there was somebody that occupied that space. So what I did was I rearranged things. So now there's not going to be a spot for a guest unless there's actually a guest there.
Sticky did the symbol for bank, and it does look like a bank. I was spot on. There's a little vault with all the money stacked up in it. The doorway in the front. Very interesting. Very interesting. We also have the two of us tonight, so we can go to the other screen too, right?
Yeah, I just find like when I use that, it covers up something, and we always end up having to go back to the other screen anyway. Like eventually something will be on the bottom that the chat is covering, and we'll have to move back.
It's a pretty good screen.
Yeah.
This is like cinematic mode. This is like when we are basically Beavis and Butthead at this point. We have the screen behind us, and we're sitting on the couch doing dirty drugs. What's up, Dr. Piss? How you doing? I see Dr. Piss in the chat. My favorite thing about Actual Mania is how many of the fans have now become little superstars in their own.
Yeah.
And they come by and they like say what's up. I'm like, hey,
Dr. Piss.
It's the Dr. Piss in the chat. Hell yeah. Merry Christmas, last man. We're looking for a Christmas miracle tonight, so if you guys want to like shake down Rudolph and give us some of his red nose, I'd be happy. Superstar. Auntie Jessie. Superstar Auntie Jessie somehow found herself toe-to-toe with me at the next Actual Mania.
Yep.
Myself in Simple Country versus Auntie Jessie in the Court of Owls.
The Court of Owls, who I haven't heard anything from recently.
Honestly, I'd be scared too if they were going up against me in Simple Country. I understand Auntie Jessie's going to show up all on her own, and she'll be able to carry the match by herself if we don't see
She should not show up on her own. The Court of Owls has to... I mean, if he's serious about taking on Egghead eventually, he needs to compete at a certain level first. Egghead is one of the top competitors in Actual Mania. You know, he's in the main event at the next one. You got to make a name for yourself before you get to take on Egghead.
Auntie Jessie says, problem is I know your secret, Billy. What, that I killed some homeless man last summer with 5 of my hot friends? I'm willing to tell everybody that. You can't use that against me. The pizza is mine, says Flockapossum. Woo!
Yeah, I've never seen people willing to do horrible things to each other for a pizza before.
I have. But I come from a long line of sickos. When I was a little kid, the last piece of pizza was sacred, right? And you wouldn't take the last pizza. You'd be like, I'm not going to take
Did
the
you
last
just say
piece.
pizza?
The last piece of pizza, yeah.
You said last pizza.
Of course I did. I have a drawl, Ben. It's kind of rude for you to point out my drawl. But the last pizza, like it was a litmus test. And for the longest time, I thought whoever took the last piece of pizza was an asshole. But then I realized the first person to take the last piece of pizza is the person who starts the opportunity for the next pizza. If you have that one piece of pizza sitting there, just getting cold because everybody's too timid to eat it, it becomes the last piece of pizza. But when it's gone...
How did we get on this?
When it's gone, then you can order another pizza. Because people are like, I want pizza still. I wasn't done having pizza. So
are you just trying to say pizza as many times as you can?
I've been told if I can say pizza 97 times tonight, I get a free pizza card.
That's not true.
That's what I was told.
You're told a lot of things.
Yeah, because I listen. I have open ears and open heart, too.
Fucking what? Come on.
Does it bother you that I speak so truly and authentically from the heart? Sticky says it's at about a dozen now. Is that for times I said pizza? Well, then I got about 74 more to go. I'm getting that $15 pizza card, that non-denominational pizza card. Please keep account, Sticky.
What can $15 buy? I guess it depends on where you live, too.
Unfortunately, it's not going to get you a Little Caesars pizza because the Pizza Little Caesars pizza has no online digital pizza gift card. If I'm going to have to go with a Domino's pizza card, it can get me one pizza with 2 toppings and possibly an order of breadsticks if I have the proper accommodation for a coupon. But we don't know what deals will be available that week.
I pinned the link to the Patreon in the chat if anyone wants to sign up. It's $5 to catch tonight's show, and you'll get another show a week from today, Actual Mania. That's what we were just talking about. Commissioner Kyle sweetened the deal by getting all of the winners $15 Domino's gift cards. So if you want to see probably the most contentious Actual Mania yet, and tonight's holiday celebration, you're going to want to sign up. Patreon.com/DP. And every month we've been getting closer and closer to that 450 patrons milestone. I haven't even been pushing it. We made it a goal, but we always get within 5 to 10 at the end of each month. We're kind of far away now, but maybe we'll see a turnaround. We're at 418 right now.
Somebody, 2 people need to become patrons right now so we can get to that ever-coveted number 420.
That would be good.
If we're not at 420, then where the hell are we really at? Another thing about Domino's Pizza. It shares the same initials with this podcast. Drunken Peasants, Domino's Pizza. It should have been Domino's Pizza from the jump. I don't know what Commissioner Kyle was thinking. But I do know what he was thinking in spirit, and that is the contributors to Actual Mania are going to fight tooth and nail for a sweet bite of that free pizza.
Pretty sure Domino's originally was, I think it was Dominic's originally. It started in Detroit. I'm trying to remember, or in Michigan, maybe not Detroit itself.
Dominic's Pizza?
It started in Ypsilanti.
Ooh, I love Ypsilanti.
And I could have swore it was like Dominic's, or let me see. Yeah, it was spelled capital DOMI, capital NICKS.
Huh.
So the D and the N were both capitalized for some reason. But yeah,
Dominic's?
The owner's name was Dominic, so I don't know.
Maybe he went by Nick.
Maybe.
But Dominic was like a better name than just Nick's Pizza. Because if it was just Nick's Pizza, maybe he thought it was like the New York Knicks, and nobody wants New York pizza in Detroit.
Yeah, and then Dominic got bought out by the people who are actually responsible for Domino's Pizza becoming what it is, and they changed it to Domino's instead. I remember their old logo. Well, I guess their current logo is kind of similar when I look at it.
Isn't that great how these big, giant, successful corporations, they're like rarely ever successful because they were like from the ground up from the people who created them. Like Ray Kroc bought McDonald's from those guys.
From the McDonald brothers.
Yeah, from the McDonald's
brothers. They couldn't even use their name
That's
anymore.
why I said those guys. They lost the rights to use their name.
Yeah.
And then Ray Kroc buys McDonald's, becomes super big. Our guy, Elon Musk, buys Tesla.
I thought he already owned Tesla.
No, he didn't start shit.
He started PayPal.
He
legitimately.
Are you sure he started PayPal?
Pretty sure.
Well, the kids I know one thing about that Elon Musk. He just buys things and makes them better. Shout out to those blue stretch marks on my fucking Twitter feed. Those $8 check marks. You could have bought yourself a fucking Little Caesars pizza for that price.
Looks like he didn't originally start it. Looks like he came in
PayPal or Tesla?
PayPal.
Yeah.
It was founded in 98, and then Elon came in 99, like a year later. But PayPal is responsible for a lot of the money.
He didn't even start making his own money. He got money from his papa's diamond mine. But I'm going to stop talking trash on Elon Musk right now because I enjoy posting on Twitter. I love shit posting on Twitter.
Now I'm looking up Tesla because I wasn't sure. Let's see. Did he actually start it?
No, he did not.
He did not.
Yes, as I said. And I was pretty sure he didn't start PayPal either, but when you said he did, I was like, are you sure about that? I think this is just big Elon trying to convince us he started everything. Elon Musk is the next Nelson Mandela effect.
It was his sale of PayPal that got him the money to buy his share in Tesla.
But it really goes back to his father's diamond mine. I don't know if his father actually runs a diamond mine.
No, it says here in the Wikipedia article that he sold the sale of his interest in PayPal and used that. He got into Tesla a year after it was founded, just like PayPal.
Do we know about his father's diamond mine? Does it say anything on there?
No.
That's where I need to know about. Oh, it's the emeralds. His emeralds. If my dad would have had an emerald mine, it would have been over. My dad just had a crack addiction, which is a different type of precious gem. Emeralds. I'm from the Emerald City here in Seattle. That's the nickname. They got it from The Wizard of Oz. The Emerald City. I don't know if you guys ever visited the great city of Seattle, but it's got a nice greenery to it. The Emerald City fits, and I'm really glad that it was Jet City before it was the Emerald City because of Boeing. I think the Emerald City was a good reconfiguration because we're so green friendly.
I still see both. Like a city can have multiple nicknames.
Yeah, like Rain City as well.
Yeah, Portland uses Rain City also because it
Seattle
rains
and
a lot
Portland
there too.
fight over that.
Vancouver is a rain city also.
Yep.
Those three cities are all so close together. You know,
Yeah.
like
Canada is like Seattle's cousin, and Portland is like Seattle's
you
little
mean
brother.
Canada the whole country or
Well,
just Vancouver?
Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah, which is basically like half of the whole country.
No,
There's
not even
Vancouver,
close.
Toronto, and everything else is just outliers.
No, like Ontario alone is more than half of the country. The vast majority of Canada's population is in the eastern.
You know
part.
what I really like?
What?
Pissing off people from Calgary.
Yeah, Calgary's like Calgary's like the cowboy part of Canada. That's like the rural mountain cattle rancher.
Just Calgary
part.
people are so serious. They're like Canada's Texans, which is weird. Pizza. Totally tubular modest bread says, I'm from Calgary. Well, I love you very much. And I'm sorry to hear about the huge crack epidemic in your area.
Yeah, between it looks like between Quebec and Ontario, that's like 90% of the country's population. It's crazy.
Quebec and Ontario?
Yeah. Those are both huge, though. When you look at them on a map, like Quebec is like, or Ontario is like huge. population and size-wise.
Yeah, they say that the border, the U.S. border in Canada, like 90% of Canadians live within 100 miles of the U.S. border.
That's true.
And that's because every time we'd kick a pedophile out of America, they'd go up there, and they couldn't walk much further than 100 miles. I don't know if that's true.
I think the living close to the border thing is true.
Yeah, that part is.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe they walked all the way to Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Hawkeye, if you would like to question me, you gotta take it up with the HR department. You can't question me directly. We didn't invest hundreds of dollars into an HR department to have you not use it. But luckily, we had a little money left over for the Christmas party tonight. Ben is sober until New Year's Eve.
I am.
And I ate before I got here, so we saved money on that. We didn't need to get food or alcohol for tonight's Christmas party. So it's...
And my earlier statement, it's actually more like 70% of Canada's population is in Ontario and Quebec combined.
I wonder if that's changed since the last... Oh, and Ontario and...
Quebec combined.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And Billy, I'm going to give my sister a pile driver for Christmas this year, just like you did.
Oh, that's so...
You're not going to be able to watch wrestling for years.
That's so sweet, Goose Juice. Try not to hurt her. Don't pull her hair out. That was another thing I got in trouble for as a kid. I pulled out my sister's hair, and it didn't grow back for like 4 years. She had a bald spot. I felt kind of bad about that.
If you have a brother, give him the Shattered Dreams kick.
Is that what you did to your brother? It's fucked up.
I used to do the torture act to my brother all the time, the Lex Luger torture act thing.
That really hurts.
Yeah, when you're all like flopping
and
around.
It's not even a really good move. And I think it kind of fucking sucked, honestly. Personally, I was like, that move sucks. And they're like, no, it really hurts. And I was like, why would you lift someone like that and then shake them on your shoulders? It's stupid.
It does hurt, though.
But it hurts, yeah.
Yeah, the torture act. I used to do the sharpshooter and the Boston Crab and the camel clutch.
Steven coming through as a $2 Patreon.
It's a little off to catch tonight's show, though.
You'll be able to type in the fan chat.
And we're going to start in like 5 to 10 minutes here, so if you want to catch it, you should check it out. The link is there in the chat.
Days says he used to give my little bro the sharpshooter.
About to smoke some legal cannabis and take some kratom, so here's a dono to start a
Thank you.
Chee-chee, Muffin Man. Enjoy your kratom.
I do like kratom. Kratom is so mellow.
Noah's Texans don't have a stick up their ass the way Calgarians do. Plus they're a San Antonio ripoff.
Whoa. Yeah, I think Canadians in general kind of have a stick up their ass. And for good reason. Like, you're up there in the cold. You never know when you're going to take that stick out and start a fire with it. Texans, they're stick free for good reason. Because they're always running around eating fucking...
I'm like, where is this going?
Running around eating chili.
But in 2021, it was reversed. And Texas was frozen over. And Western Canada was on fire with 117-degree temperatures.
Post-law pledging coming through. Billy the Chili. Got to have your asshole clear for all them chili farts, you know? Them Texans with their chili farts. Yeah, tonight we're going to be watching a lot of different segments with a holiday tinge. We've got some news. We've got some cringe. We've got some freakouts and stuff like that. We got some... It's all holiday tinge, though.
Yes. Yeah, every video that we watch, no matter the subject matter, has some sort of Christmas or holiday-related theme to it.
And maybe we'll take your recommendations for who should be Father Christmas of Drunken Peasants this year. Like, should it be Trumpster Bob? He's got the Santa Claus beard. Some Santa Claus looking dude, big old fucking Trumpster Bob style beard, was driving down the road today in a hoarder car, and I was merging onto the freeway, and he was just stopped in the merging lane. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So I sped around him because he was just stopped, taking up a whole fucking lane. And I sped around him, and as I speed around him, this Santa Claus looking guy just flips me off. And I'm like, you were the one stuck there in the lane there, dude. How am I going to get flipped off by Santa Claus? And the asshole maybe I was just to help him, like get out and show him how to fly the fucking sleigh or his hoarder car. I don't know. I just kindly waved at him, but like it was an extended kindness. Kill him with kindness style. He must have been pissed. So if you're watching right now, Hoarder Santa.
He's not watching.
I don't know what the hell was wrong with you. And why you flipped me off, but really I think you were flipping yourself off. Your life was in shambles. Parked there in the fucking on-ramp, taking up an entire lane in your hoarder car. Shave that beard, clean your room, do everything Jordan Peterson says, hobo Santa.
That wasn't hoarding. Those were the Christmas presents for the little boys
Possibly,
and girls.
yeah. Stephen Andrew says Billy is menstruating. Can you smell the iron? There is a wafting scent of copper in the air.
I have no fucking clue what you're on about.
The menstruation.
You're all over the place.
It's got a very metallic taste to it. Would Brett Keane be a good Santa because he's got a belly?
He has no teeth. No, he's a piece of shit.
I wonder who the best Drunken Peasants Father Christmas candidate would be.
I could not care less. But let me guess, you think yourself.
No, our audience has to decide.
Okay. This should be
I
interesting.
do like that you think so highly of me that you'd place Christmas in my hands.
No.
It's very kind of you, Ben.
That's not it. I didn't even bring this up. I do not. I trust no one with Christmas. Christmas is canceled.
You're a mean
Sorry.
one, Mr. Ben.
I am.
Ben is the Grinch, guys. You got to do things to make his heart grow 3 times bigger.
The difference is, like, the Grinch tried to stop Christmas, and I just ignore that it's going on. That's the difference.
The Karen 12 says, I'm too cheap to pay more than $2. I would never have time to watch the patron show anyways. Hey, if you're cheap and you're paying $2, that's a compliment. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Trumpster Bob could rock a Santa hat. Yeah, he could also rock a MAGA hat. He could rock mini hats. He's a man of many hats. He's like the Mad Hatter. All cap. Cobes needs a new hat. Oh, a Cobra Santa? Cobra Claus?
They'll just crush it eventually.
He might be my choice for Father Christmas. Or Cobe's actual dad. I feel like we could trust Clint with the spirit of Christmas. Clint Saunders, Father Christmas.
I'm getting prepared.
For Christmas?
for the show.
You're lighting up the trees? Hey, Randall with the big time Patreon. Is that about a year at the $5 level? Is that what that is?
Oh, yes, I believe so. Thank you so much.
Tell me they make MAGA Santa hats. They have to, right, Dr. Piss? They have to.
I know most of you guys that aren't signed up right now are going to sign up because you want to see actual Mania, so you might as well just sign up now and catch the show that we're going to do tonight.
I know most of you guys have Christmas spirit, and you want to sign up tonight so you can sing Christmas carols. If you guys are watching the show tonight and you have anything you want to, any well wishes, any questions, you could throw videos in the content section of original short videos. Very short. I don't want longer than like 30 seconds from you sickos.
One time
with your Christmas wishes.
I was at a family Christmas party when I was younger, and a bunch of carolers came to the door, and we made the mistake of opening it, and they started singing. They sang one song, and we all like clapped for them, and then they kept going, and it was awkward because we all just wanted to close the door and make them go away because it was cold outside.
Yeah, I think what they do, 4 songs?
A couple, and we're all looking at each other, and I was just like, all right, I'm out of here. Like, this was nice and folksy, like old-timey kind of stuff, because caroling used to be old school stuff, you know?
Yeah, I think after the first song, what you have to do is just start.
Go away.
Just start pissing on your porch. Like, just whip it out and just spray it all down. That'll teach them.
Probably.
Like, pee is not used enough as a deterrent. I've come to that fact. A well-timed fart can clear a room.
They were good at singing, too. Like, they had the harmony down and everything. It was good. It's just like, okay, thank you. Go to the next house. It was probably because we made the mistake of opening the door. We were probably one of the few houses that opened the door.
Right.
It's like, man, we got a whole set.
Yeah.
Captive audience
Maybe
now.
they thought you were going to give them a bottle. I think that's like the thing is you give them a bottle so they leave. And they just leave with their
Like
alcohol.
booze?
Yeah, just throw them a
Oh, I
bottle.
don't know.
Like buttered rum or something. Bolo Ty became a patron. Cheers, Bolo.
Yeah, I think I was like a teenager. I think I was a teenager and I was at my girlfriend at the time's family Christmas thing, and that's when that happened. And we're all just like looking at each other like, I hope they go away now.
I thought it would be fun to do like a IRL stream singing like Christmas songs. And like
that would be funny. You know, like you have two choices too. Like you're stuck there because they come to your porch and they stand on your porch and sing to you, and you got the door open and you're letting in all the super cold air, and you can either like close the door and be like goodbye, or you could invite them in and then they'll never stop. They'll never stop singing if you invite them in.
Yeah,
and you don't want to go out with them.
Yeah.
No, because then you're out in the cold completely. Fuck caroling. It should be illegal.
I'm big government. I think everything should be illegal.
I'm actually not.
Bolo Ty says, I'm your number one Jewish fan. Now Cheech Wizard says, Bolo Ty, we got to fight now. So, instead of fighting, what if we celebrate 8 crazy nights, okay? Does Hanukkah start on the 18th this year? Do we know?
I'm not sure when it starts. I know... No, I don't know. I'm not sure. It starts on Sunday.
Sunday. So, yeah, I was right.
Sunday
the
at night, right? Don't most Jewish holidays start at night?
I think that's the night starts and then you light the first candle. Stigmati's claiming to be third in the Jew fight. If we're going to have... Can we please not fight? Okay? Can all the Jewish fans come together and just do like... Maybe we could have a matzah ball party? Some matzah soup? Like, what's a good thing to do? Like, I'm not Jewish. I don't know. Cheech Wizard says, I'm not 12 anymore. When you're 12, is that when you celebrate the magic of Hanukkah? Magic is, Jess Bro says, I want a bad dragon dildo.
Where did that come from?
Flint enlarged with the cum lube. I think she's telling us what she wants for Christmas.
Happy Honda Days, the greatest time of the year.
Honda Days.
Seth looks celebrating the Honda Days. The end of the year sales, they're important. That's really the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah.
Is getting your business into the red or out of the red into the black.
I stayed up till 2 a.m. messing around with the Acid Pro Producer Edition. It's crazy when you get a new piece of software like that. You have to learn how everything works. Because I know what I want. I knew what I wanted. I just didn't know how it worked yet. And now I do.
Did you make a cool song?
Not like a whole song, just how the like drum sequencing works, and they have like a beat mapping software where you can beat map a bunch of stuff and make it all perfectly in time with one another.
Herc is asking, will there be content soon? Your friends are gathered in the living room waiting for us to cover videos. That's gonna happen when we go to the Patreon private show. $5 and above. That's just a warm up to let everybody know that we're going live. We're going to have our holiday party over on Patreon for our $5 and above
patrons. Our patrons that
patrons.
help keep the lights on here. You should become one.
The Christmas lights. But tomorrow we'll be doing a full show full of content. So tell your friends to have a sleepover. It's going to be a party. And if you have a problem with that, take it up with the HR department. Recently put hundreds of dollars into that so that we can't be sued. How does this penis have fucking abs? I mean, he works out.
Okay. I think it's about that time. We're going to go do this show. You guys should follow us. And then we'll be back again tomorrow for the Saturday bonus show. So don't miss that.
Yeah, come on through, everybody. Come on the Patreon. $5 and above. You'll get a link to the show, and we'll go. Let's go.
Let's go.